Good morning and welcome to another episode of Research Fantasy presents our MLB DFS pitcher picks for Tuesday, June 27th, 2017. I'm here to give you three of my favorite tournament pitchers on the night. I'm going to try to keep this quick. Ideally, I always wanted to keep these videos under 3 minutes, but I'm long-winded and that doesn't help things. Let's start things off with Sean Newcomb tonight. Newcomb, a lefty out of the Angels system, made his way to the Braves. 3 solid starts so far, his best being the first start of his career against the New York Mets. That typically happens when the Mets play at least decent left-handed pitching. He's priced well, 13-2 on Fantasy Draft, 7,700 FanDuel, 6,700 on DraftKings. Those are prices that I'll take all day. I have concerns about his strikeout upside. Since that 7-strikeout game, he's gone 3 strikeouts. He has not picked up the win yet. That's something that I find important, and I think that's a realistic possibility with Jule Chacin on the mound against him tonight. We do know that Petco, while poor for hitting, does favor left-handed hitters, and Chacin has been a gas can in that respect. So your Matt Adams, your Ender Inciartes, those guys do have a bump tonight. But I think Newcomb can get the first win of his career here. I'm expecting something in the vein of 17-ish fantasy points on DraftKings, maybe in that mid-30s on FanDuel, and I think for the price, it's okay. I think he makes a reasonable SP2. I want to mention a guy, Aaron Nola, who I'm just a big fan of what he does. He's not been very consistent, and obviously he plays for a team that's going to make it hard for him to get a win, but he's playing in a good pitching atmosphere in Seattle. The Mariners are a team that I just am not that afraid of. Nola has good stuff. Like I said, he has not been horribly consistent, but he does have 2 solid outings in his last few games. Hasn't gone less than 5 innings, and that was one of his first games back from the injury. So I think all things considered, I don't mind using him, especially considering on DraftKings, the price on Luis Severino just strikes me as being so high, and that's why Severino is being left out of this article. Actually, I'm gonna pivot off of that. I'm gonna go to Severino from Nola. I'm gonna leave Scherzer out. Scherzer's kind of a no-brainer. He's like Sale. You know, why was Sale on the podcast yesterday? There's 6 pitchers, or there's 6 games, so you have 12 pitchers. Half of them were gas cans. So, I mean, it wasn't really a situation. Maybe they weren't gas cans, but they were guys I didn't want to put in my roster. So, with Severino, you get the benefit of the White Sox, who just aren't great against right-handed pitching. That's always a plus. They struggled yesterday against Jordan Montgomery, which I really didn't see happening. I thought that they'd have a field day against him. But I think that, you know, on FanDuel, where he's significantly cheaper, almost $3K cheaper than Scherzer, it's a no-brainer. On DraftKings, he's still, you know, $1,900 cheaper, but I guess maybe just seeing that 5 digits really threw me off a little bit. There's a chance that in my cash games I might, and again, I say this every single time, and I know, to me, baseball's not enjoyable. I'll just be frank. I don't find the excitement in it like I used to. Coors and Chase are about all that do it for me, so it really does kind of dictate how I build out my lineups. I tend to want to put more high dollar hitters in my lineup, so I'm going to gravitate towards guys like Nola and Newcomb tonight, who I understand have nowhere near the upside of Severino and Scherzer. And I'm not suggesting that everybody does this, but it's a strategy that's worked out reasonably for me. I mean, I know that there's nights that I miss out when Scherzer goes out there and has 16 strikeouts and I'm stuck with the middling pitcher, but a lot of times my bats make up for it. And if you can find that game that's really going to turn that out for you, that works. But Severino's a guy I think I might consider tonight. I really like the floor that he has. He's put together 2 poor games for him over the past 2 outings, so I think he can bounce back against the White Sox tonight. Once again, I feel like I was all over the place today, which is a little bit weird for me. I tend to at least stay somewhat focused, but this bounced around a lot. 3 of my favorite tournament options tonight: Sean Newcomb, Aaron Nola, Luis Severino. Thanks for watching. Make sure to check us out at researchfantasy.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel below. Like us on Facebook at Research Fantasy. Follow us on Twitter at Research and Win. And join us again tomorrow.